Break it down, Cos.
How dare you?
Holy flying Not much to talk about here. Would you not give your left nut to be a quarterback on that team?
The Wheelhouse, Sunday NFL wrap-up with Bauer
That team is right now destined for the shit pile.
and the sweet, nasty Chris Cause.
This is victory for my ego, baby.
Welcome everybody. Sunday night here at the Wheelhouse. Thanks for tuning in. I am Bauer.
And I am going to have a better night's sleep than Marion Barber. And I'm also the sweet, nasty Chris Cause.
Oh, welcome to it. Oh boy, lots of directions to go. Let me just ask a couple of quick. We'll get a couple of short answers
There's
out here.
a lot to talk about. Football, baseball.
Well, I was going to say let's get a couple of short
Basketball.
answers out here before we hit up what's going on in the world of football today. And that is again short answers, but Cause, I will start with you. Albert Pujols going to the Angels.
I'm excited to see him in the American League. I think that'll be interesting. The Angels have been looking to sign that big guy, land that big fish for years.
They did that already. Torrey Hunter.
Well, they have been looking to sign a
No, they
bigger
want a
fish
living fish this time. A living fish, not a dead
for
fish.
years
Gotcha,
now.
gotcha.
They're always in on these and in on that and in on this guy, and they never really bring the guy into the boat. And so they had to blow it out to get Albert Pujols. And I love the fact that there was like this mystery team. Oh, there's a mystery team. Oh, I don't think there's really a mystery team. He's either going to go to the Cardinals or he's going to go to the he's going to the Angels? The Angels blowing it out with their brand new deal with Fox Sports for $3 billion for the next 20 years.
Aha.
And they turn around and hand a quarter of one of those billions to Albert Pujols for the next 10 years and C.J. Wilson, who isn't even the best pitcher on his team.
No, I think he's is he like a number 3?
He's got to be the number 3
I say
guy.
he's 3.
Yeah.
But that's where a lot of people figured he would. If he went to a normal team
normal.
that didn't have like a major
That wasn't
offense,
Texas?
that
Right.
wasn't Texas,
Right.
Mind you, yes, they went to the World Series the last 2 years,
Right.
But he's not an ace,
Right.
I mean, let's be serious.
No.
He's a number 2, number 3 guy.
He's their ace. He's not an ace.
He's not
in
an
Major
ace.
League Baseball, right?
Yes.
He's not
so
a.
he goes there. Now, don't get me wrong. Great pickup for the Angels from that standpoint. And if they've got the money is now just, I don't know. It's not my money. It's just, everything else just seems like it's just fake money. Like, it's just constantly this monopoly.
Yeah, totally monopoly
It's
money.
going on and on. And especially with that Fox Sports deal that was supposed to go to the Dodgers and keep the Dodgers financially viable.
Right.
That was rejected by Bud Selig, basically because he wanted to get rid of Frank McCourt.
Right.
But between that and the Lakers leaving Fox Sports to go to the new Time Warner deal, right on time here for the lockout, but that's where the Lakers are signed on to there. That left Fox Sports with this giant pile of money and somebody to hand it to. And the Angels were perfectly happy to do it, and that's what they're going to do. Although I would think that the Angels would be interested in trading one of their first basemen. If anybody's interested, Kendrys Morales.
Yeah, but
Kendrick
who's
Morales.
going to be jumping on the Kendry Morales bandwagon
he's-
now?
I mean, he's a guy that when he was healthy had. I think they figured. I saw
How many seasons ago was that?
2010 when he
Yeah.
hit that grand slam in May.
Right.
Was the last time he played the game-winning grand
so
slam.
technically go back almost 2 seasons worth.
Almost 2
He
seasons.
played a little bit of 09 and then into 2000. He played all of 2009 into 2010. And MLBTradeRumors.com had that he had 41 home runs during that span and like 130 RBIs, which is pretty solid
Right.
numbers.
No, it's good.
And everybody always thought he was a good first baseman, a future of that franchise. And then Mark Trumbo came by.
I'll tell you what, it looks
Out of
like
necessity.
more and more. It looks like Milwaukee might be needing a first baseman pretty soon. So maybe
They may need a left
Kendry could
fielder,
go.
too.
They may need a left fielder.
That's the next in the series. Go ahead, Jeff.
Well, 2 things there on the whole the
Pujols.
Angels deals there. C.J. Wilson, they were saying he was going to get anywhere between 100 and 120 mil. They got him for 77
So that's
and
a
a half
deal.
mil. So that's a good deal for
Right.
C.J. Wilson. The
He
Pujols,
costs less than John Lackey and A.J. Burnett.
yeah,
There you go.
And is easily better.
he's better, much better.
Right.
And he's going to be a number 3 starter, which A.J. Burnett and John Lackey would be, or
Right.
4 starters.
And bump Urban Santana down to the 4 spot.
Well, he may get traded. They're saying now too.
But even
which
still,
I don't think makes any sense.
It doesn't, but honestly, that doesn't look that. I mean, if you just look at that pitching rotation,
Well,
it doesn't look that bad.
Well, let's compare it to the Phillies. Holiday, Lee, Hamels versus Heron, Weaver, Wilson.
Right.
Who would you rather have?
Well,
I'll
of
take
course,
Halladay.
yeah,
still
of
gonna
course
take the
it's going to
Phils?
look like Philadelphia. Don't get me wrong; that would be the direction I would go on that. But it doesn't look like a bad 1 through 4 if
No,
Irvin
not
Santana
at
is
all.
there on the Angels' side.
And
Certainly in the American League, it looks pretty good.
And what I love is it shakes up the AL West where it's not Texas just running all over the
Right.
place. And I think it actually forces Texas now to make a run at Prince Fielder.
Yeah,
For the
They say that they just won't do.
interesting.
The Pujols deal, I think it's too many years.
It's too many years.
Well,
but
here's the
10
thing.
years.
they had to overpay it. They
Yeah.
had to go with the 10. If you want him for the first 5, you got to pay him for the last.
Correct. And let's be honest. This is
5. And he could DH for the. I mean, it's not like the Cardinals locking him up for 10 years.
yeah.
He could DH and possibly save some of that. He could easily be hitting 30 home runs as a DH for the last 5 years.
What's amazing is that this was his decline year, and he still had a really
Well,
good year.
But you're going to see the decline years yet to come. This is
Yeah.
St. Louis
I don't-
has seen the best of
And that
Albert
was with an
Pujols.
injury.
Yeah, I don't think he ends his career in an Angels uniform. I think this is a guy that gets traded in 5-6 years.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But
You know.
we're looking at the
But this
downs.
is-
He has jumped the shark as far as the career goes,
Do they
and
get-
you're going to see the downside. You'll see a good couple of years. Don't get
And-
me wrong. The next 1, 2, maybe even 3 years will be okay. It'll be Pujols-like, but I think you're really going to see a decline.
And he probably
following
goes, besides Tony La Russa, he probably goes to the next best manager in Major League Baseball, or the best manager in Major League Baseball, and Mike Scioscia. I think he's very much like Tony La Russa was. He's a great manager and has taken a lot of crappy Angels teams and made them into winners.
that. Right.
He struggled the last 2 years, but what do you know?
And they bring in a guy. They've got Mike Trout.
Yeah,
who,
he's good.
Got a little nibble last year. It was supposed to be all world.
What is with
Moving
the
into-
Angels and the Tim Salmons and Mike Trouts? Jesus Christ.
a lot of fish names.
Right. Is there a Lance Bass out there they could pick up anytime
Hey,
soon?
come on, man.
He's a big
My
fan.
apologies.
I think that's why.
My
Yeah.
apologies.
Yeah. No, I mean, their lineup looks good. They have speed. They have power. They've got pitching. They've got a closer. It's hard not to like the Angels right now. It really is.
Anybody feel bad for Cardinals fans?
I don't.
Can they get mad?
They can, sure. They can get mad
I
at
guess
management.
they can.
But St. Louis had
uh,
their chance.
Right, they can get mad at
That's the
management
World
for not
Series.
taking care of business before the situation came down.
You're going to get Adam Wainwright back, which is going to be a huge plus. You can find somebody out there to be a first baseman. Maybe Kendrys Morales becomes available.
Maybe Prince Fielder.
I was going to
I mean,
say I'd go out and
there's
get
a
Prince
lot of
Fielder.
Prince Fielder, but
Yeah,
I mean, first baseman is like it's a position that wouldn't be all that hard to fill. There's got to be first baseman waiting in line
right.
to try and take some of that slack. I mean, even if you had to fall into somebody like a Derek Lee, a Carlos Pena.
Pena's still out there. He's a good little first baseman. Have had a good year in Chicago. Actually playing first base, not DHing that much because he can't.
The
Hit 220, but he can still probably hit 30 home runs.
the second question was the breaking news yesterday about Ryan Braun and his performance-enhancing drugs. I'm sorry, MVP Ryan Braun and his performance-enhancing drugs.
Bauer tied to Hanukkah.
Well, I just said my answer was Jews.
But this has been going on. He's known this.
You thought that it was a miracle. You didn't think that they would be able to expand his
No.
present for 8
No,
days.
I didn't think so.
He's known this for 2 months.
Right.
He knew it a full month before he won the MVP award, and they were appealing it the whole time. I don't know how he's going to get away with this.
What should he do? I mean, the fact that he knew it doesn't matter to me.
I don't know. It's just kind of hard to be like accepting awards and be like, yeah, in a month or so you're going to hate my guts.
Well, what are you going to do? Turn down the MVP?
Yeah. But if it was you,
You're going to hope that by then maybe you have gone through some kind of appeal process.
I might start apologizing at my acceptance.
I wouldn't mind, unless there's some sort of law in Major League Baseball, which I don't know, I wouldn't mind a player being just like real and honest, being like, listen, I failed a performance-enhancing drug test right now, and we're appealing it, and we're trying to, my lawyers, we took a second test, which I've heard now from TJ Quinn.
Shit's
going to
get deep pretty soon.
And that's what you're going to hear. Because no matter what, September 30th is when all those ballots were casted anyway for the MVP award.
You never out yourself.
I don't know, maybe
It's
some
deny,
realism.
deny.
Yeah, but at this point, when he knew and the test had already come back positive, that word's not going to. What is there, based upon the Pujols trade? Maybe he would just slide right by and nobody would notice it.